another,
Depending on where we stop, do we want another Niskin?
Yeah.
another 15 meters
Yes.
of the move.
15-meter, Raj.
1.5, yep.
All right, Jake. Well, that settles out. Just don't hit the eye with those giant claws.
Okay.
Science, it's okay if we do this on the move, right? The Niskin?
Sure. Not a problem.
Great. I'll maintain an altitude of about 2 to 3 meters.
Roger.
Beautiful.
So we're going to take a water sample here. It's a tube
Number 4?
Number 4, yes, please.
with 2 open ends. And when Jake now pulls the monofilament line, that'll trigger the caps to close, which have had water flowing through them constantly. So that'll trap inside water from this depth. And then Paul's group can compare the microbiology in the water sample, the pelagic water, versus hopefully we'll get a sediment core here and they can compare the communities between the sediment and the water.
Nice. That's looking good.
All right.
Nice. Ready?
Yep.
Popped.
Beautiful. That's going to be sample number NA124-213. Niskin number 4.
All right, and then I'm going to settle down.
So when you add the coral cutter, is it like when you're right-handed and trying to do something with your left hand?
I think it's like having an extra long pen to write with rather than a short one.
That's a good analogy.
Okay, well, sorry, can you tell me the number then?
Absolutely. That Niskin number 4 was 213.
213, thank you.
All right,
At a
set
depth
down.
of 175 meters, 2 to 3 meters from the bottom.
I want to turn down on the delta there a little bit.
Yeah, coming down.
Raj, thanks, Renee. All right.
So we're going to try for the
switch over
3rd time
cameras?
on this dive to get some
Jake,
sediment
you want to
cores.
switch over the cameras there?
This might be the 4th time.
4th time, okay. So
Maybe.
we
I was going to say third time's a charm until...
Well, 3rd time.
We normally rely on the viscosity of the sediment to help, and maybe a little
Good,
bit of
and
a
pop her
vacuum
open.
effect to help keep the contents inside these
Little more.
perspex cylinders, but the
That's good.
sediment here is pretty sandy, and so the can't really get a good seal, in a sense, to keep the contents in, and it's been dropping out. But we'll try again here. It will be very handy to have sediments from these depths.
Yeah, agreed. I got a good feeling about this.
All the best bacteria live in
You guys
shallow
mind if
sediment?
Hmm?
All the best bacteria live in shallow
Oh,
sediment?
no, good feeling about
the
this being
pores.
successful.
Good,
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
you guys mind if I push in on Argus?
Sure thing. I'll definitely have to reset my grip out there.
You can see the shadow of the claw looks really
Was there
cool.
sediment in this one before?
No, there shouldn't be. That might just be leftover from
Raj?
previous attempts. So just hopefully that's
You
just
can
dust
shake it
that'll
out
come
a little bit. That
Yeah.
might be good.
And the rest will float out of the quiver there.
All right. Consider it stirred.
So for those who've recently joined us, we're near Santa Barbara Island, one of the Channel Islands of Southern California. A feature called the Osborne Bank. The island is very near when we look up on the deck. And we've come up from a bit over 500 meters, and now we're under 200 meters, aiming to for the end of this dive to get to about 100 meters. Surveying mostly rocks, but every now and then we're interested in getting hold of sediments, and we're hoping these cores will give us some good samples.
Sorry about that. Stand by, sorry.
Oh yeah, okay, that's very
Deeper than we were able to get before.
Looks good.
promising.
Moment of truth.
Don't want to add this angle.
Stay in the core.
Looks like it's staying.
Good. Awesome.
Good.
Yeah. Looks great. It's falling fast.
Oh gosh.
So sudden.
Oh.
no.
Oh gosh. So close. Yet so
You
far.
know, just push it in. We may keep
Push it
what's
in?
in there. Yeah, please,
Raj.
Oh, might not.
if you can.
Roger that.
Yeah.
Almost made it.
Unfortunately, the
Almost.
storage options for the cores are on the starboard side, and much of the sediment trailed out as it was being carried around.
You want me to try one more, or are you guys,
I don't know. What do you guys think?
We were close.
no cigar?
One more? See if it
Sure.
works.
Try one more.
Should we count that one as a sample?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, that's push core number 1. And that sample number is going to be NA124-214.
Not happy with that. Oh,
Bubbles.
oh, and
And the plug was.
the plug was in there.
Uh-oh.
Really?
All right.
I didn't load the cores.
Which means the butterfly clip.
You want to close up the bin there, please?
Yeah.
Because we didn't load the.
Yeah.
All right, well, to get that now real quick. Go ahead and switch me back there on the salvos, please. Thank you. Where'd you go?
Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
With the plug.
Yeah, look
Yeah.
at that.
Someone forgot the wing nut.
Cool.
Well, I think we'll take that as a sign.
Yeah, maybe, because time is not our friend right now.
Right. Would you like to stow just in the starboard bow, or I can fit it?
Yeah, wherever you want. Yeah, that's convenient and safe.
Quite jammed up in there, isn't it?
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. You want to look over at the arm there, please, Jake?
So that black puck there with the screw coming out was in the bottom of what we call a quiver, and that holds the
Go ahead and push
core,
on in there a bit, please.
and the puck holds the sediment in. So it's essential, but it also needs to stay behind when we pull the core out. And
Oh, you can see it's really pushed up in there.
for some reason, it wasn't secured.
Okay, full wide, please.
Look at the air in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't load
Got a
them
water
last
sample.
night because the drawer was closed, and you can't load them when the drawer is closed.
Thank you. All right, Jake, go ahead and pop it on out, please. A little further. I'm going to stow it. You want me to stow it in the box, or?
I think there's room between the inserts.
Yeah, it'd probably be the fastest.
Yep.
Go ahead and push it out a bit more, please. Otherwise, I'd have to reset and everything.
Yeah.
That air in there.
Yeah.
Really sealed.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah, you can see the...
It's going to expand quite a lot on the way up.
I think she'll go in here. Yeah. Okay.
And it goes.
Yeah, get in there. One more. I feel like it's on timeout.
Doesn't get to sit with the rest of the push cores for right now.
Yeah.
Well, just not going to know what to do with myself if we don't have to process cores tonight.
All right, Jake, go ahead.
Just won't seem the same.
Just gonna have to spend extra time scraping those rocks.
We do have basically 2 cores in the slurp, one in the flush.
Yeah.
Plenty of sediment to play with.
Are you guys? Did you guys want to keep trying here, or did you want to move on?
No, let's see if we can get to 100 meters.
We're going to head up to that coral garden at 100
Roger
meters.
that. Full wide on Argus there, please.
.015.
015.
Yeah, Crispin in the sign shot echoing what Greg quickly mentioned, that the air inside that push core is going to expand and pop the top part of that push core out pretty fast in recovery. So hopefully it's nice and safe within that bio box there.
There are these little vents that we have on the top.
Oh yeah, that's right. The holes covered by the rubber flap.
Yeah, so we have vents, and the rubber flap will release any pressure if when it starts to expand.
Awesome.
It's most surprising that it stayed in there. How deep were we when we saw the bubbles and it was like quite
Over 1,000 meters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1,000 meters and there's still bubbles in that.
You're on your bubble watch.
Yeah.
You watch for the bubbles coming out of the push cores as they go down, or
When we ascend.
when we ascend? Okay, okay.
When we ascend, we saw some. That was surprising that we had been down there. Normally, the air would have escaped by then.
Yeah.
If you're coring in places like methane seeps, there's often methane hydrate in the cores. And that'll go to gas on the way up.
If I remember right, when we were doing the gas tights, it's a means of capturing that gas at pressure. We have to be very careful about not getting any hydrate in, because that would turn into a much larger volume of gas than if we had just sucked up gas. And essentially have a titanium bomb.
Yes. So we're just trying to cover over this sediment to get to the last little rise that we want to cover with the rocky area. We're just guesstimating based on the backscatter. It gives us a sense of hard ground versus sediment. There should be some rocks coming up.
No, I'm okay. Thanks.
We've had pretty amazing weather all week that we've been out here. We lost an opportunity to go back to San Juan Seamount because we estimated it'd be too windy out there. But the sites we've had have been very calm, been very good to work, even on microscopes, and we've really been very fortunate. We're heading in just as weather's going to pick up, so we're leaving at the right time. It's a swell warning for Southern California, so we're glad to be heading into port tomorrow. Well, this evening, actually, we'll be heading back to LA, getting in tomorrow morning at about 7 a.m.
Yeah, pretty unpredictable this time of year. Don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, if it's too windy, they can't launch the Hercules and the Argus, so it doesn't have to blow too hard for it to be too much swell. There is an A-frame to launch over the stern, but the Hercules goes over the side on a crane, and if it's ship is swinging too hard, there's a risk of it hitting the stern. So,
And if the conditions worsen during the dive, you have to make some predictions ahead of time because you want to get the vehicles back on board before the conditions deteriorate too much. So there's a lot of forward thinking involved in terms of if a dive needs to be canceled early.
Especially if we're deep and there's a long ascent, trying to predict the weather in the future couple hours ahead.
Speaking of that, can I get a wind check?
15 knots still.
Aye.
Jonathan, what is the cutoff wind speed for your drone?
Well, I was planning on trying to live stream the recovery, but 15 knots is about that limit that I feel comfortable flying such a small drone.
Mm.
So we'll have to see, unfortunately.
especially over water.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Does it float?
I'm sure it would float for a while, but
Waterproof.
Nautilus is not exactly a ship we could just jump off of to go get it, so it would be lost.
If you stayed kind of in the slipstream behind the ship, you might have a lot of that wind blocked. But as soon as you're off to the side, which I'm sure is the angle you would want.
We could always go dive and retrieve it unless we float.
Yeah, we happen to have a couple.
You need to make a little life vest for it.
These are all great ideas, but I'm not entirely comfortable at this point.
Rennie, do you want to pick it up to 0.5? Sorry.
It's at 0.5, yeah.
Oh, Raj.
In the science chat, we have a question,
I
tech
think
question. What's the maximum operating depth for Herc and Argus?
Roger.
What was the question?
Sorry. Thank you.
Sorry. What's the maximum operating depth for Herc/Argus?
I believe Herc is 4,000 meters and Argus is 6,000, but the 6/8 cable, which is the winch cable, is only about, I think, 5,500 meters, so that's how far we can go down.
Cool. And we're also getting a request from Jamie Conrad. Could we please put the high pack on channel 3 or just give me coordinates so I can see where we are? I don't know if that's something we could do on video or I can give coordinates.
There you go. No problem.
Thank you.
So the section we're in right now isn't quite as bright of a return as down where we were. We were kind of following that vein of high return.
Yeah.
So it's not quite as bright, but it was kind of our best chance going up here. There is a couple of different passes of backscatter data in here, so I'm trying to kind of interpret that, given that it's layered on top. But this, in general, this area is a bit brighter.
Yeah, I guess that's the best bet.
Yeah, and we will be flattening out here shortly.
Yes. Yeah.
To the top of Osborne Bank, where there are some rocky features.
Yeah, we're not going to get there, but hopefully we'll see a few rocks soon.
Yeah, hope so.
We're at 150 meters now, but we're into the last, very last half hour of this Nautilus season of ROV dives. They will be heading back off to do mapping, doing side scan sonar mapping, part of a program to map the seafloor. Very laborious process getting high resolution maps. And there's a concerted effort to do much more mapping in the next decade. And so ships like Nautilus have agreed to do mapping whenever possible. So the ROV team, all of the science team will be leaving in the next few days, but the Nautilus will put back to sea and be doing a lot of mapping in the next few weeks. I see a rock.
Yeah.
Here's
Good
your
sign.
coral garden.
Yeah. It's a little crinoid garden, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's a basket star garden.
Nice basket star.
All right, Jonathan, go ahead and push on in there, please.
Some
Cool.
zoanthus.
Wow.
Bunch of
I
everyone
don't know what
there.
that is on there.
Yeah.
That'd
Lots
be a
of
heck
organisms.
heck of a
Spider crab.
bio
On the
rock.
rock.
My gosh.
The crab, is
Crab.
just covered in
Oh, those
zoanthids.
crabs are cool.
Beautiful cup coral with all the tentacles out.
Do you want to turn off the
Oh,
laser
yes.
for this one?
Everyone wants
Yeah.
a bit of hard space to sit
Yeah.
on.
Exactly.
Yeah,
No one likes the sediment.
it's an oasis.
2 crinoids.
4
How big is that
crinoids.
rock?
Wow.
You want to turn back on the lasers?
There's a second type of stony
Yeah,
coral
too
too
big.
on the right side of that.
Yeah, it looks, I mean,
Oh.
Yeah, it's too big.
a bit big, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
darn.
Yeah. Oh, we can't take that, fortunately.
Yeah, that's quite big.
To move onward a little bit.
Yeah, full wide there, please.
It's a, yeah, that is a magnificent rock.
Beautiful, yeah.
Kira's saying now that's the desert island effect.
Yeah.
Be there or be square.
Very much so, yeah. One second. Thanks, Jake.
Small rock with a basket star.
Lots of florimetra. Crinoids here at 150 meters.
Whoa, so many of them.
We're trucking along pretty fast, so if you see something you like, just let me know, and sooner rather than later, and we'll.
Could we
Some smaller fish.
maybe look a little bit more forward?
Look a little more forward.
Tilt the camera a little forward.
Raj.
Nice.
It's shallow though, so we can always backtrack. It's not that big of a deal.
Wow. Crinoid garden.
Little rockier.
Well, I often say that California doesn't have very many crinoids, but I'm going to have to correct that
They're right
statement.
Yeah, look at all these crinoids.
You gotta
Oh
just
my
be at
The
the right-
diversity is low, but the abundance is high.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
Okay, we're at 119 meters, so we should... I wonder, am I seeing some crustose coralline
Yes,
algae?
Yeah.
Oh,
Starting to see a bit
yeah.
of pink on the rocks.
The reddish, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Some rhodophyta.
Wow.
You want to do a snap zoom there,
Look at all
please?
these smaller fish.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is crustose
Very nice.
coralline algae, the reddish kind of crust. You can see the pinky.
So is this mesophotic or?
Yeah, we definitely in the mesophotic zone now.
Full wide, please.
How much time do we have left, Rene?
Probably should be pulling off in about 25 minutes.
25, okay. We need to get one more rock.
But maybe even, yeah, 25 is probably fine. 10 to 15 minutes.
We'll keep going for a little while. Maybe
Roger
we'll get
that.
a bit more rock.
Yeah.
Look at all these crinoids.
Paul's last chance for an octo coral garden.
Yeah, keep your eyes here.
Right around the corner.
Pretty hard to say which way to go.
Nav, is that a little ridge maybe
Where?
on high pack? A little black. Oh, this is reflectance. Sorry.
Yeah, and that's actually a bit of different data, so it's not really any different.
Okay.
Interpretation becomes kind of
Every single rock here has a crinoid.
I'm definitely, oops, sorry, this is Kira from the lounge.
Hello.
I'm definitely interested in all these little rocks that are around and with these little guys on there.
Sure.
I mean, so they seem to be continuing, but I might like to grab a sample.
Okay.
As
Yeah,
we
next little boulder patch will stop.
It's actually looking pretty barren on the sonar.
Oh.
ahead of
Whoops.
us.
Okay. Yeah, it is.
What's this to the left there?
Comparatively,
Little
I should say.
basket star.
Another island rock.
Island. Everyone's there.
I think
Well,
right
one
below Herc right now, there's about 4 rocks.
Well, we don't want to rock that big.
Lisa's curious, are these crinoids?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Field
Absolutely.
Yeah.
of them.
Bonanza of Florimetra ceratissima, which we know is very abundant in the Pacific Northwest, British Columbia, Washington. And they mostly live beyond scuba depths, as we see here. We never see anything like this in much shallower waters. But you can see things like this in scuba diving depths off Washington.
So that ship move is complete. If we want to check around.
There's some
in
rocks
this
right
area,
here.
Yeah.
Let's see if we could... One of those would probably serve, I think.
Rog.
Yeah, and I would even take one with a crinoid on it if it it doesn't have to
stayed
be in
on.
the bio box, but
But we have an empty bio box, so
We've-
if Lisa's interested, we can do that.
Well, I think that's this or nothing.
yeah, okay. Sounds good. If we stop, I might also ask just for a few extra little rocks to just be thrown in one of the empty spaces that's available.
Okay,
Round.
yeah, there's a cluster of rocks here.
Yeah, you
There's
can go ahead and take pictures.
Yeah,
some
that's
of that red on the bottom. I don't know if you're interested in that algae, or just visual.
Full wide, please.
For some reason, I'm kind of partial to the one with 2 crinoids next to the little pile.
the one in the middle of the frame now. Could we get a nice close-up of that particular rock first?
Sure thing. Go ahead and push
Thank
on in
you.
there, please.
Yeah, it's
Jake, you want to look at the claw there? I'm going
A
to,
little fish to the right.
once again,
yeah.
change the grip, calibrate it.
so that's it looks like it has coralline algae on it, 2 crinoids.
Is that white ball an egg case on the left-hand side?
Okay. Hopefully that'll give you more to square up on.
No clue on the rock type, but
Great
And
pictures, thank you.
There's a little fish hanging under the arm of the
Oh,
feather
yeah.
star.
Doesn't know what's about to come
Okay.
for it.
Thank you.
A lot of shell hash.
All right, full wide, please.
These ones are
Great, thank you.
unlikely to swim away. They'll probably hold
All
on
right,
for
go
the
ahead and
ride.
push back on in there. Thank you, that's great. A little wider if you don't mind.
I believe Greg's Instagram profile picture is also a fish hanging underneath a crinoid.
It's true. A pufferfish.
It's a very brave fish. Look at him.
Now
Sorry.
what? I'm glad those crinoids are staying on the rock too. They could pick up and swim away. That's a cool
All right.
rock.
Great.
Full wide, please.
Full wide.
So we're aiming for the last starboard bio box, which is forward outboard.
Forward outboard, Raj. Oh, sorry, forward outboard.
Oh, starboard bio box, sorry.
Starboard.
Yes. Which is number 4 green for those of us with labels and colors.
Go ahead and pop it on out there.
If it's possible to quickly grab 1 or 2 of those in that little pile with no crinoids on them, and just throw them in one of the in-between spaces that are still open, as long as it's fast,
Great.
I would be very happy.
Roger that. Forward outboard, correct?
Yes.
This green one here.
Yes.
Looks like there might have been 2 rocks in that one, actually.
What was the
Right.
sample number on that?
Sample.
Sample number is going to be NA124-215,
215.
and that is rock number 8.
Copy.
And then a few more little rubble rocks, you said?
Yes, please.
And this one I can stow in the middle sections.
Yeah, that will be great.
Roger. Or do you want it in the toolbox? Go ahead and push on in there, please.
Oh, you could put them in the toolbox if that's easier.
Could we actually go to the ones on the left with no crinoids on them?
Raj.
Thank you.
Do you want a close-up first, Kira, of those?
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Go ahead and push on in there more.
I'm trying. Yeah, the center most forward-looking one looks good, and the one right behind it.
Roger that. Centermost and one behind. Raj. Little wide there, please. And it's Al in here now. What? All right, go ahead and push on in a bit there, Al.
Just to keep you on your toes.
Yeah. My toes are kept.
That looks like phosphorite to me.
Kira, can you reiterate about not putting them in the same place, but like the starboard bio boxes, spaces A and B, if they're open?
So you can get them both at once. Maybe we go for one at a time then. Is that all right there? Has the one little carbonate bit next to it. Is that all right?
I'm cool with that. We'll see what it is.
Sure thing. Full wide, please.
And we're going in a non-bio box.
Yeah, we'll put it in with our collection of other random biology, but you'll be able to find it. There is another rock in there, but it's got a coral attached to it.
Go ahead and pop it on out there, Jake.
Yeah.
So also has a bit of coralline algae on it, so it'll be pretty obvious.
Beautiful. That's going to be sample number NA124-216, and we can call that rock number 9. That was put in the forward bio box, number 5 red.
Go ahead, Al. You want to push on in? Thank you.
We can also throw these in the A or B spaces if we want to make sure we know which one this one is.
I can get a
Is
tight
that a
shot on
request? It's just quicker to do it this way.
Okay.
Do you want to put it in the A or B?
I think we can recognize it.
Yeah, you'll know. Yes, you will.
It'll have the
Do you
coral
want-
and algae.
Yes.
Okay,
Do you
thank
want
you.
a new sample number for the
Full wide,
second
please.
rock?
You can give them all the same sample number. I'll do A and B.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is going to be the second rock of NA124216.
All right. Anything else over here? Are you guys good?
What about our prospects on sonar? Doesn't look great.
No,
No, not really.
pretty flat and looks pretty sandy, so we can continue
We
up.
could do one more slope.
Yeah.
Let's
One
get
more
some more
slope?
sediment.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that. Thank you.
Raj.
Like you did before, just the surface and digging in a little bit.
Roger that.
Please, thank you.
All right, Jake, go ahead. I don't know how much of our flesh is. Oh. Yeah, our flush is not really a good flush anymore for us, but
it's a good sample for us.
it's a good sample. You want us to? And it looks like we have a bunch of sediment kind of would be mixing in with the sample potentially.
Yeah, that'll be okay.
Be all right?
We'll just have to, yeah, we'll make the depth equivocal for when we write this up.
Roger that. All right, so let's go ahead and zero the section then, please.
Yep.
Which jar is it going in?
We only have coarse jars left, so let's go ahead and go for number 5.
Number 5.
All right, I'll go ahead and push on in a bit, please. And kind of anywhere in the sediment?
Yeah, thanks. No problem. You were around there.
Roger that. All right, Jake, I'm ready for you.
This is going to be sample number NA124217.
Copy.
Going into slurp jar number 5.
All right, is that good for the surface layer for you guys? Or do you want some more of the surface layer before I jab it in there?
You could rhyme a little bit more, please.
Roger that. No hermit
Surface is
crabs, you
often-
say?
No, thanks.
Raj, that one is safe.
Yeah, see, left laser, there's a whole lot of tubes. Maybe if you could dig in a little bit there.
Roger that. Anywhere else that you went? Or else I can dig in a little right here?
Yeah, dig in a little, and then that'll do it. Thank you.
Sure thing. All right, you guys happy with that?
Yes, thanks very much.
All right.
See how much of it can come through.
Full wide there, Al. Thank you. Looks like that's all it's willing to go through right now. We can try a little more. Is that all right with you guys, that layer of sediment in there?
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of sediment in the hose.
Yeah.
Mesmerizing to watch it go up and down.
Little tiny rocks and shells and sand make it, apparently don't make it up that easy.
All right, should we call that a sample? If
Yeah.
we want to keep moving?
Yeah, I just keep going along.
Yeah, just like 10 minutes left.
10 minutes, yeah.
Oh, look at all that. It's going down there now.
Yay. Good sample.
Just want to keep ascending up the slope.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe we'll get a little rock or two that might have something good on it.
Looks like either 217 or 218 will be our last sample of the cruise.
What's this?
What is that?
Is that one of the
Coral
sponges?
garden begins.
Like the
I think that is a sea whip.
sea whip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or a very big, it's a big sea pen, I think.
Steve is
Sea
saying
pen, yeah.
All right, Al, go ahead and push them in there a bit, please. There's a picnic gonet behind it? No.
No, it's a
Crinoid.
yeah, feather star with its feathers curled.
Well, that would be our last collection if we were to collect it.
Would you like it?
Or we can keep moving and find that coral garden. It's just down the road.
It's your call.
Let's take it.
Raj, full wide, please.
One in the hand is worth two in the bush. Is that what they say?
Definitely.
Even though I know there's a coral garden down there somewhere.
Did you want another tight shot, or was that one sufficient?
Let's get one more where we can see the polyps a bit better, please.
Roger that. All right, I'll go ahead.
Yeah, that's good for the base.
Got it. Beautiful.
And can we just get the very tip, please, Al?
The very tip. That's going to be the pan and tilt here.
The stylus.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yes. I'm
Which
sure there
way-
is a
which
name
way
for
is
it.
up on
Thank
the
you.
viewfinder?
That's very good.
Got it. Thank you.
Do you want to pull it out, Paul, or cut it?
Oh, is it possible to pull it out?
I think it is, yeah. It should be able to come out of the sediment.
Would you like the whole thing?
Yeah, if you can do that, sure.
So no to the coral
Or-
cutters then.
Or whatever's easier.
A little
I mean,
wider, please. Thank you.
does the base help you identify it?
Yes.
Anyway? Okay.
Yeah.
Roger that. Stand by. Oh, it's like a carrot. Sorry.
I was thinking more like a tooth extraction.
That's quite large.
Well done.
All right, so it's quite large. We can try stowing it in the toolbox, and then if not, we might have to cut it in half. Is that okay?
Yeah, hopefully it'll bend into there.
Roger that.
The way you did yesterday.
Actually, flip it at 180. Are you all the way out in the toolbox there, Jake?
Yep.
Roger that.
All the way out.
So a no to cutting, correct?
You could cut it if
Cut
that's
it, or
easier.
sticking out a little is probably okay if the box closes. Before
Go ahead
it
and close the
floats
box.
away.
Stand by.
Like half in the box.
Yeah, we'll just trap it, and then I'll cut it, and then
Yep.
we'll...
Yeah, that's fine.
Trap.
That's good there.
There.
Huh. Interesting.
Sounds like that warrants an official sample number.
Yeah, we could give a sample number. That's going to be NA124 218, stored in the forward bio box, number 5 red.
Copy that.
Okay. Go ahead and
Works
open up
pretty
real
well.
slow. And we'll just go halfway open. Actually, that should be good there.
No pressure, but you have 25 seconds.
It's
and
actually quite short to the surface, so it's not really too much of a worry.
Right, we're only at 120 meters.
Yeah.
109 meters,
109
correct?
It'll take more time setting
That's
up for
the
the recovery than
advantage of going shallower. Gives us more bottom time.
Steve said you usually always find this
Nice.
part when it's time to leave the bottom.
All right, full wide there,
Right
please.
out of
And we can just crush it on that guy. Is that all right for you guys there? A little bit of that coral sticks out?
Wonderful.
Yeah,
no
perfect.
problem.
Well done, thank you.
fantastic.
All right, let's set up for recovery.
Roger that. What's going to be your recovery heading?
Yeah, roughly 290.
290, Raj. Jake, you want to get Mongo out?
Yep.
Thank you.
I'm going to go to 290.
Roger that.
Like, this is it.
Thank you so much. This has been awesome.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
This cruise has been absolutely phenomenal.
Been great. Wish it was.
Wait, is
longer.
that an
Thank you.
octocoral?
Yeah. Is that a whole garden of octo?
Yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks everyone in the science chat for helping us out along the way. Crispin, you've been a great help. And Steve chiming in. It's been really, really helpful for us. Mary Wixton, our friendly geologists.
Roger that.
Bridge nav.
So we're, signing off. We've got to get out and get ready since the submersible will be up in very short order, and we've got a busy night of processing and packing. And we want to thank the Nautilus crew for such a fantastic job over the last 10 days.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Great cruise.
Yeah, thank you guys very much. It's been amazing. Learned so much.
Yeah, thanks to you guys. Awesome.
Yeah,
All right,
thanks.
everybody, that is the end of the Nautilus ROV
Jake.
season for
Go ahead and start cutting
2020. And stay tuned for, no doubt, they'll be back at more interesting places next year.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Time to surface, 6 minutes.
Yeah.
This could be the shortest one yet.
Anything crazy?
Oh, no.
268 have not current. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it doesn't seem so bad. It's possible. It hasn't been very strong, and it's been moving around, which makes me think it's really not that strong at the surface.
Okay.
It's possible you'll be out to ship starboard a little bit. I think you'll be able to lateral over. So I think we can do our normal hold position and everything, and if need be, step over from there.
Yeah.
You want launch and recovery?
Yes, please. Thank you.
You good for me to stop your sonars?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Winch payout is 60 meters. We can tell them to hold if you want a little more forward way before we recover. It's up to you.
I think it'll be all right.
Okay.
Looks like our races should be.
Yeah.
I can pull them back from the ship if anything.
Copy that. So we'll continue on.
Reg.
Got it.